Welcome to the channel. This is the Shade Tree RC Raceway channel. Our focus is RC in general, from getting different vehicles to racing to building the track. It's going to be just general RC related things. And so with that, today I picked up a project or another vehicle that effectively, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know what's kind of under the hood, and that's the why I bought it. But it's something interesting I've never seen before. So I'm not even sure where was racing it or who was racing it. So, well, let's get into it. So welcome to the bench here. So this is the vehicle. It looks to be some type of a dirt track, maybe dirt oval. It's got a pretty cool body, and I did some research to try to figure out what class maybe this was running in, and I didn't really find anything. But one thing maybe you can see says Island Raceway, so I'm guessing that at some point they must have had some dirt oval there. I did look at their website, which still exists. It's a raceway, but it's all carpet, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe they just liked the sticker and threw it on there. But so we'll look this over and I'll show you what's underneath, because that's the reason I bought it. And there's some stickers on it that aren't quite appropriate, so I'll try to avoid those. But let's take this body off and see what's underneath. Well, first I'll run around the body real quick just to kind of give you an idea of what it is. So they did some neat little stickers here. It was very, I don't know, adult oriented, I suppose, like that did it. But there's the sides and the front. So I believe it was some type of a kit, and the reason is because on the front here, let me just flip this over, there is a custom bumper, but it matches with this body. So my guess is that they built the body, or I would guess you bought the body like unbuilt, or maybe it was built, I don't know, and then it came with this bumper, and then you put all the mounting points in it. So, but I'll take the top off and we can see what they're really running here. If you have any guesses, leave it in the comments. All right, have you made your guesses? Let's take this top off and see what's underneath here. And it's not too bad. Like, they have 3 pins, but one's a screw on top. I don't know. I'm not keeping this anyway. So, but anyway, it just lifts straight off. You can see underneath, it's all screw. I mean, it's a pretty neat little body, but there's no real class for it as far as I know. But here's why I think it maybe is a custom, but not just man-made possibly, is because of this piece here. It matches perfectly with the front, and that's the bumper. So really, there's just a few things about this mounting that's different. But so this is what's underneath. This is a Team Associated B5. It's the rear motor version, and that's the real reason I bought it. So the real reason I bought it was to get this B5. Locally, there's been an uptick in tracks that like backyard tracks, but they're actually quite nice. And so there's been a couple buggy classes, and I wanted a rear motor. Now I know that there's like the RB10, and you can go back farther than is the B4. With this platform, you can get parts, but there's a lot of parts not available, discontinued. But after I got it, I realized that I need the rear wing mount, front bumper, the motor guard. Don't know why they took the motor guard off. It was fully protected by the body, or maybe that's why, for heat possibly. I'm not sure. And then they came with a little custom mount for the receiver, and it came with electronics. It came with R1. R1 works, is good stuff. I believe this is pretty old though. I don't know the model yet. I'm gonna take it all apart, but the good thing is it works. So it was missing or it didn't come with a radio or a battery, but I've got a million radios, so let me show you. It actually does work. All right, let's just plug it in and I'll show you here. So, and the electronics, the R1 works. Again, I have no idea what model or whatever. There's no power switch, so it immediately turns on. So I'm thinking that was something you could, I don't know. I've never had an R1 Works before. I think maybe you can automatically have it turn on, or you can change out the switch. I don't know. But it came with Spectrum receiver, and I had an old radio with broken antenna, whatever. But it fully works and runs. It has a 17.5 motor, so you know, obviously it was like a stock class kind of a thing, keep them slow. And it has the tires that came on it they're kind of dirt tires, like I'm guessing for some oval kind of stuff. I mean, they're like hard packed dirt stuff, but then the front has traction, so I'm not even sure what these are. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, so my goal is to convert it back. So I went online, and unfortunately most of this is discontinued. The only thing that I could get was an RPM front bumper, and then the motor cover does exist. Actively available. What doesn't exist is the wing mount and the mount for the body. There's a little mount that goes right off the shock tower. So, you know, eBay to the rescue, and found it was basically front and rear shock tower. It was with the body mount and wing mount. It's like $30, so that's, I think originally it would be like $4, but that's fine. Ordered the body and some other parts, so I'm gonna tear into it. I'm gonna take this stuff off, get it ready. So it's kind of neat. They have these big extensions off what normally is a screw here, so I don't know what they did. Hopefully they didn't mess that up. And then it's blinky mode as well, but I got to take these off and this off, and then the front bumper off, and then I can start putting the new pieces on. One of the reasons why I wanted a B5, beyond the fact that it's a rear motor, is when they were brand new, we raced them for a couple years on dirt tracks, and I did quite well with them. I was in, you know, the top 1, 2, 3 every time. Most of the guys running low C's, probably some B4s at first, but oddly enough, I just sold off. It was on the shelf for 10 years or whatever, and I sold it like last year, and so now I'm like, I want a B5 again. And one of the other reasons is because I have one of these here, so that the Rockstar body up there, underneath that is the Team Associated SC10 Pro 2, which is based on it looks kind of like the SC10, the 4th gen, but it's based on the 5th gen parts. So they have like the DR10, you have the RB10, there's like a trophy rad or something. Prior to the SC10 Pro 2, I was racing in a series with the SC10, the original one, which is right here. It's hanging right there. I pulled electronics off it and put it on the Pro 2 version, but I like the fact that it's all metric and there's a lot of more interchangeability between those. Unfortunately, they've discontinued a lot of the B5 parts. So the things that match, I think the transmission. So the transmission matches, and the CVDs, you can get those still. The hubs say they're different, but I was looking at the hubs, there's like a little pill insert, and I think that's the difference. The B5 had, you could like flip the pills up and down to change your rear link, or your rear turnbuckles. So I think a lot of these are the same. Like even looking at the front or the shock towers, the RB10 has a very similar looking one. This one has a carbon, So they had put a carbon fiber front on this, which you could get. I did order the plastic one, but the plastic RB10 is very similar, but it has like a screw hole like in the front. I don't really have a picture of that. Like the shocks are like, as far as the bodies and everything, I believe they're all the same like sizes as the B6 stuff. I actually have, I looked through my stuff, I only have an extra pair of rear arms. I don't even know why I have those. I guess I didn't sell those when I sold the B5. Well, it's not really gonna take too much to convert this. Oh yeah, the bodies are no longer available. However, there's one company that sells some that's like Boki Racing. Whether they are still, they're still available. I don't know if they're still making them. It could be old stock, but I ordered one of those, and looking forward to getting this all together, and then we're gonna go racing it. Alright, so let's get to it. So unplug the battery. Well, effectively I'm taking the front bumper off first, and then we'll take off these pieces, which I don't know. Let's see if this just unscrews. I haven't done this, I haven't looked at this yet. Oh, they have like a, I don't know what that is. I mean, it's a little stud sticking out. That side, oh, come on. Looks like maybe they glued this on here. Got some pliers, maybe I can get this to come off here. It's really on there though. Let's see. Does that do it? Wow, it's on there tight. There we go. Yeah, I got the glasses on so I can see. That's just like a little stud, I think. Or like a little all thread with probably Allen head on it, I'm guessing. For now, I might skip it. I don't need it off today, because when I get the front shock tower, I think I'm going to change the front shock tower. I think that looks lower than stock. I could be wrong. I'll measure it when I get it. Don't have it yet. But anyway, I'll take this bumper off because I did get the RPM bumpers here already. Let's get these off. It's the wrong screw though, so I'll have to get the right screw to put it back together. Wow, how long is this thing? Dude, okay. Yeah, I imagine this thing probably sat for quite a few years in someone's like shelf. Because again, like I said, I looked it up on Island Raceway and they didn't show anything like a dirt track or whatever. And it doesn't look like it was carpet. It's dirty, like it was in dirt. These are definitely wrong. I need to flathead. So I guess I can keep all that together. I don't know if anybody would ever want this, but I'll probably put it on eBay with the whole body and everything. I mean, it might fit something. Who knows? I mean, this whole pattern I think is the same as the T4. So maybe even the B6. That'd be interesting. But I don't care. It's going out the door. Okay, so we got, I think this is the bumper, front bumper. Now, honestly, you don't really need the front bumper, but, you know, I don't know, for completeness. Well, and you need something to hold the screws in. I mean, I guess you could just put straight up screws, but, and to be honest, I don't like these RPM bumper. It sticks out. Like the stock one just kind of wraps up quick. This sticks out a little more. I'm not really a fan, but I could not find the stock one, so, or available. Oddly enough, I might have one somewhere, but I ordered this one. All right, I'll get the right screws and put that back on. So they really kind of look, at this point, it'll look more like a buggy, except for this weird thing. So get the screws for that, and then we'll take this off. Okay, yeah, originally, I don't know if you can see, the original bumpers only used 2 screws. It doesn't even go in all four, where the RP1 does 4. I guess it's more robust that way, but I didn't care. Luckily the manual is still available. So it's a M3 by 16 millimeters, so I need to find 4 of those. I have 2 stainless and 2 the like original black ones. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I kinda wish I had the real bumper, but just gotta go with what you got. I don't mind RPM stuff. That's no problem with RPM. I like it a little sleeker in the front. So there we go. I'll hand tighten that to get it just right. But so that looks better, I guess. Looks like a buggy now, not this huge thing out front. I got one of the studs out with the vice grips because it's in there solid. Looks like they glued it. So I'm gonna get the other one out and get those replaced, and then on to the next thing. Oh, this thing's just in here. They glued it all the way down. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a little messed up, but yeah, I think that they used oversized screws. So that's a bummer because you can't get this chassis at all. I'll just have to go with bigger screws, I guess, or maybe longer. I can go farther in. Well, I'm gonna throw something in there. Well, it is a bummer they used oversized studs, but so I got some that were longer than stock, and then this goes down further in there. So, and the hole goes all the way. The hole goes all the way to the bottom of the chassis. So I put longer screws in there, and it's solid. I had to use different heads though. I didn't have the right one, so I don't like it, but you know, it's gonna work. I'm gonna take the rear off, and then I have to wait on parts. So that'll be pretty much it once I get this off, and we'll okay, so we'll wrap this up. So this, if you know what class or what it was for, maybe Island Raceway is a hint. It looks like it's probably some type of oval, but it's pretty cool. It's got a custom-made front bumper and body and whatnot, but no place for here. This is going on eBay, by the way. But so what did we find out? Well, I found out it is a B5. I've stripped it all down. The motor, I don't know what generation this is. It's an R1 17.5. That's not what I need in it to race it. Probably throw a 13.5 or something in it. But I looked it over. The shocks aren't leaking, so that's good. I'll have to see I'll have to put my fluids in it anyway, because I have no idea. They seem a little soft. I'm not even sure about the springs. They can't be soft too, but that's another time getting into that. And so pulled the speed control off, and it's a R1 Works Digital 2. I know the Digital 3 is out now, so this is an older one. I actually checked their website, and they don't really have all much about the Digital 2. It doesn't have reverse, which is fine for racing normally. But our local races, the dirt stuff, we're allowed to do reverse, and because a lot of times there's no corner marshals. So I need to figure out how to do that. If you know how to program a Digital 2, let me know. I'm not sure on that one. I need to get reverse back in it at least, and probably turn off the blinky mode. So anyway, that will do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you got any helpful hints for me, feedback, and if you like this, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks.